Hello. So we're back. More trucking. Yeah, we are definitely engaging in the obsession. Plus, I'm running a bit late, as you might have detected. So it was just easier to stick with what was already configured on the old stream stuffs and just go with that. So that's what we are doing. So after yesterday, we'll just go into drive for a second. I did buy my curtain cider. And so we'll just have a quick look at that, because I'm probably going to throw that back to the garage. So here it is. It's a rainy. Yeah, so we've got our own our own trailer now. But of course, the more valuable contracts are still the Halloween stuffs. So let's see. Can we find a Halloween treat that's coming from Rostock? We can go. Oh, we can go down to Spain. That's exactly what we want to do. So we are going to get rid. We can get rid. We're not going to get rid. We're going to kind of send our trailer back. How do I do that again? I saw it earlier on. Where am I? Company manager, I think, maybe. Nope. Trailer manager then, I guess. Trailer mangler. Outsider. We can dismiss it. We can store it in the garage. Excellent. Super smashing great. Does that mean I can use it anywhere I want to? Oh, it'd be spawned in the garage in Luxembourg. Okay. So it's alright with it going back, but okay. And I think I made it private so the others can't use it. Because when I went back there last time, Elena was using it, which was fine. Actually, we'll make it so that Elena can use it, so that's fine. We can always make it private another time. So yes, and now let's go do our Halloween job. I think when I looked earlier, there's only about 11. Well, there's one in Portugal to go to as well, but that's not as much money. We want Leon. There we go. Let's go for that one. So it's going to be a long old drive. Your trailer is ready. Proceed. Let's get this. Yeah. And I've got the window shut. I didn't realise that the settings were to have the windows open by default, so some of the noises I think I was hearing were because I had the windows open. So I've closed them. And also, in the sound fixes mod, I found that it had actually got the turbo noise could be turned down, so I've turned that down, so there should be less whine. Both from me and from the turbo. Gotta go this way, presumably. Have to do a security check coming in here. Oh well. We still have encountered no damage to our lovely truck. We weren't. I was going in rather than coming out. That's why we had to do the security check. That's why I hadn't done it before. Yay! Okay, understanding now. So we are picking up from the port, apparently. Or are we? Is this just our way out? Why would we go that way when we got to go out, apparently? Okay. Oh, there we go. There's our first damage. Well, maybe not, but it's the first time I've actually run into anything. With the new truck. I don't understand why we had to come in here to go out. Didn't really need to come in here, did we? Let's be honest, GPS, please. Only came in for sleepy sleeps. Unless maybe there wasn't a way to go out without going against the flow of traffic, per se. Go 2 security checks later, and we are back out on the road again. Wrong side of the road. Bad. So hopefully everyone's had a lovely day. It's Wednesday, so it's hump day. So Well, at least the first bump into a concrete block has happened, so I don't need to be living in fear that it's going to happen. It's already happened now, and it happened for the first time on stream. Is anyone shocked? No, not at all. I think this is the same place I dropped off at earlier.
All hands brace for impact.
I forget what I brought through. It wasn't Halloween trees. Oh, it was rubber. Natural rubber. I brought in the curtain cider from, I think from Strasbourg to here. So, dog's going nuts again. Here we go. Where are we looking for our train? Gotta be around here somewhere. Wilson, that's enough, please, darling boy. It's okay, sweetheart. Come on. There it is. I've been looking today at trying to use the paint packager and trying to do a paint for our curtain cider, but I can't figure out what vehicle to set it up for. So I haven't. I thought I'd done it a couple of times, and the paint job just doesn't show up. So I need more figuring out on that. So, but we'll figure that out. It's not the end of the world. Just won't happen until I've got the time to do it. So there we go. Right, Halloween treats. We are taking them down to lovely Spain. Viva España. Wilson, shut up. I did the exact same thing when I came out of here with my truck, with my trailer. took that too Vishnungary. Had to do pretty much that exact same maneuver. And away we go. So we are, yeah, we're heading for Leon. Leon? Or however it's supposed to be pronounced. I mean, don't expect me to get that right, do you? And barely even drive a truck. And away we go. They're setting off bang bangs again. I'm just going to get him to come in here. So 1 second. Can you come? Come. Come. They're setting off bang bangs. It's all okay, kiddo. Because you're here. There we go. Good boy. Just means he's not trying to bark at the front door, basically. Do. Sometimes I wish the brakes weren't quite so keen. So this should hopefully level us up to level 20. Go into the right-hand lane, left-hand lane even. The lane where we've got the turnings of turning this, so we can do the turnings of turning this. That's a new one. Let's do the turnings of turningness. And away we go. So this is a 32-hour journey. Yeah, that should be fun. And it's going to be 1,493 miles, so the best part of best part of a long frickin' way. You darling, you can come up. There we go. My co-pilot is safely in my lap. These are the ones that I want. The ones that I want. These are the ones that I want. No, it's that one, isn't it? He's just gone through. That's the one that I want, apparently. Yes. Problem is they're all so different. It's difficult to know. There we go. That is the right one. The other ones I think were probably cars only. So there we go. I like this one because it's got the line, so you at least know what the AI is trying to drive to. So that's helpful. Well done. Sorry, I had to be done. Getting horny trouble. Boys and girls, I'm going to do that. You're all being dingleberries. Co-driver is making life so very easy right now. As usual. Co-driver. Co-driver Wilsonson. Very, very cool. Should be going down some roads that we haven't been down before. I don't think I've been down this side of Germany much before. You right, kiddo? Boy. Right, sweetheart. Come. Sorry, dude. I know I just cut you off, but one-handed driving. Which sounds really unsafe, but it's absolutely totally safe. Trust me. Rolling down to Spain on the road again. Does that mean it's time for our? Does that mean that's time now that we're getting out of town? Does that mean it's time for our song? I think it does. Let's get going.
Down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines.
Doing good, thanks, Katie Lee. Hope you're well.
Is it 'cause we're trucking fabulous? Running quick jobs for a start. Never missing an L smart.
Thanks, I love it too. It's great fun. Knocking down the road signs.
Trucking fabulous. Setting up in Luxembourg, getting money for our work. Expand the trucking empire with no sleep, we never tire. Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, never not trucking fabulous.
You could get ready for work. I hope it's a good work day for you.
In our underwear, other drivers getting vexed. We don't know what's coming next. Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, we're always trucking fabulous.
This is my co-driver.
Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines.
So maybe not too busy today. Fingers crossed.
Always trucking fabulous.
Instrumental. His name is Wilson. He's even got his own. If we look here, he's even got his name in the can. This is our new truck, by the way.
Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, we're always fucking fabulous.
I didn't pick a name. Because he's a rescue, you see? That's all good. He knows he's found a good home. Even when he does make me mad, he knows he's found a good home. He picked me, believe it or not. Happened with both of my rescue dogs, actually. They've both picked me. So Summer, when I went to see her, that's the lone installment coming out. When I went to see Summer, she was almost walking out of the foster home with me. She literally almost followed me out the door. Bless her heart. Looking at me as if to say, "Well, are you not taking me with you?" So she was already. Well, I already belonged to her by that point, obviously. And Wilson, when I went to see him, they had these outside play areas for the dogs, and so I met him in one of those, and he was literally. I was kneeling down because obviously with rescue dogs, it's easier to kind of go down to their level so that they're not so intimidated. And he was absolutely all over me, jumping up at my knee. Eating all the treats he could possibly eat. Obviously. So dogs are awesome companions. They absolutely are. I love them. Yes, same here, Katie. Friend for life. Yes, unfortunately, as I found with Summer, sometimes that life on their time is far too short. So you've got to make the best of it whilst you can. So, and it does break your heart, but you do carry on. So, we've got a special video for that though. If you're going to be jumping off to work in a little while, I'll try and play that for you in just a second. I'm just going to get us onto cruise control. I'll play the Summer video for you. Actually, I'll play the Wilson video for you first, maybe. You can get a little look at this little pancake that's on my lap. Let's get out here. Where are we? Videos. Wilson. He is very, very, very cute. He's also a bed thief. And very cheeky. I don't know where he gets his cheekiness from. Absolute mystery. Alright, kiddo. That's better. Gotcha. Woo! Oh, he's absolutely full of life. That's Wilson. So that's the current model. I say that because I'm cheeky myself. That's Wilson. So my previous dog is... Where is she? Let's find the videos again. Let's get around this corner. There we go. She was absolutely beautiful with Summer. No, summer was absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, she had a brain condition that meant the part of her brain that controlled kind of movement and limbs and stuff like that was atrophying. Very rare condition, not normally found in her species of dog. And unfortunately that meant that she had to leave a little bit earlier than we would have liked. But there we go. Oh, you want to hug them? Oh yeah, I mean Wilson, yeah. Wilson loves a good fuss. Like I said, he's currently laying down on my lap and actually just managing to stay there, so that's good. Oh, thanks for that, Katie Lee. It's a few years ago now, so it'll be actually come February, it'll be 3 years, which is a little difficult to believe, but there we go. And Wilson came 2-3 weeks after Summer left, because I just couldn't I couldn't stand the empty house. So if you've ever had that, and I hope you haven't experienced it often, then the house is just way too empty. It's stunning how much silence there is. So I just couldn't keep doing that. So I fell in love with Wilson straight away. Not to be unfair to Summer, because I loved her with all my heart. But I knew that Wilson was the one, because the video that they had on the website for the rescue place. I watched his video up to 5 times a day, for a week before I even called in, and then I called in, and within the week he was home. In fact, he came home on his first birthday. His first birthday present was his new home. And he's now 3. So... in fact, he will be 4 in March. So... so he's found his forever home, bless his heart. So... and yes, it was incredibly sad, Katie Lee, unfortunately, but it's the things happen, and I made the best of it. I looked after her and gave her the best home I could for the time that I had with her. I mean, but it was difficult because, of course, she was losing mobility, so she couldn't go up and down the stairs because she'd fall. So I had to gate the stairs off. She'd be running in her sleep. As you saw, her legs were very active when she was asleep. And so she'd actually run herself off the side of the bed. So I had to move the bed so that her side of the bed was against the wall. Yeah. Lost both your parents when you were 10, so you can relate. Oh my goodness. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I only recently lost my dad. So I didn't... It's difficult until you actually lose a parent. I don't think anyone actually understands it, and to lose them so young. So I'm very sorry to hear that. But the thing is, we keep going. We do what we need to do. So otherwise, well, the other choice is not really a choice. So there we go. Life goes on. Yeah, it's incredibly cliche, but unfortunately, it does tend to be the truth. There we go. So we've got, like I said, a super long journey today. Don't ever go there. No, yeah, I've got multiple reasons that I'm not allowed to go there, Katie Lee. So, but then I think we've all been to dark places in our lives. And we just have to have the right support and the right people around us to get beyond that. And I've known people that haven't had that, unfortunately. Not very close, but I have seen that, and it's not an easy thing. But there we go. Anyway. On to cheerier things. We're heading down to Spain because why would we not head to Spain? I've been up to Scandinavia. I've only been down to Spain and Portugal off screen, so we're doing it now with all the crew aboard. So my co-driver is safely ensconced on my lap so that we can try to avoid disruption from bang bangs tonight. Hopefully there will be less of them. Because mostly because around here it's been a bit misty. It's been one of those misty, wet days today. But there we go. Good. Let's have a drink whilst we're doing this. Fireworks, yeah, indeed. I think I just heard some going off, but I'm not sure. But obviously last night we were a bit more active for them, being the actual 5th of November. There we go. Hello, Jordy. How are you? It's going well, thank you. So I got my curtain cider this morning, and so I've done a single trip with that, and I've sent it back to the garage so that we can do some more Halloween treats, because that is where the money is right now. And whilst those missions for the Halloween treats won't be around forever, we're going to try and take advantage of them whilst we've got them. We have co-driver Wilson Son right here. It's because of dyslexia. So you type slow, it's because of... No, you don't need to apologise for that at all, Katie Lee. You do not need to apologise at all. And if you get a word wrong, you don't need to apologise for that either. I generally will see a word that's wrong, either by autocorrect or something else, and I'll try and mentally correct it. And if I can't, then I will politely ask what you meant. So no, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Still a little under the weather, but enjoying watching you play this game. That's cool, Joddy. I was going to try and stream something else today, but I kind of no. I'll just do the trucking. We'll go down to Spain and have a little look around. We've been up to Scandinavia. Be looking forward to. Obviously, I won't have the money to necessarily get the DLC when it comes up, but I'll be looking forward to the Nordic. Is it Nordic Nights or something, or Northern Nordic, or whatever it is? The new DLC that'll be coming. I think that's after Greece, but looking forward to that because it's just so beautiful up in Norway and all that. Because I think they go. I saw promos. They were going up to. What was the name of the port? Königsvang. And places like that. So it'd be good to see some of that actually. I guess officially in the game from the developers rather than just from the. Oh no, we don't need to do that. I don't. Next one will be Christmas presents in December. Oh yeah, still. But sorry to hear you're still under the weather, Jordan. Yeah, hopefully you'll be feeling better soon. So we'll try and get down to Spain, get some sunshine, and you'll be feeling better in no time. So, of course, my next present that's actually going to come to fruition is actually Farm Sim 25, which will be coming next week. My mum very kindly bought that for me a while ago now. I've been helping her out with things. Better getting off to work before you're late. Okay, take care. Have a fantastic day, Katie Lee. You're welcome for the vids. I hope you enjoyed them. Sorry, we got a little bit intense there for a bit, but hope you have a fantastic day. The next World of Trucks events. Ah, yeah. Oh, yes, Christmas gifts. I figured that would be the next one to come. So yes. But I was kind of I'm sure they'll do a Christmas one, and we'll be taking Christmas presents all over the map, and we'll be earning tons of money again, which will be nice. So, good evening, Josh. Hello. How are you today? Hopefully you're well. Heading down to Spain from Germany.
All hands brace for impact.
Going from Rostock to Lyon. So we've got some Halloween treats. So we've got about 108,000 pounds worth of delivery to do. At the beginning of the stream, I did show off. I got my new curtain cider, and it's all painted purple like my truck. I know everyone's shocked. I can feel your shock coming through the silence in chat. Well, there's the delayed silence in chat because obviously you can't see your comments as I'm speaking because there's a little delay, but it's all good. Oh, sorry, darling. Did I move my foot just a little bit? Got co-driver Wilson is in the lap seat. He's settled down nicely for the minute, so that's good. We have got 629 miles worth of fuel left, and we have got just under 1,200 miles of distance to cover, so we do need to stop for fuel. Josh is good. And purple, you say? No way! I know, it's an incredible break from tradition, I know, but there. So we've got, like I said, we're still in the new truck. I did, at the beginning of the stream, and I think you might have missed it unless you were lurking, Josh, I did drive into a concrete barrier, and that was the first time I'd actually damaged the truck, although it didn't actually register any damage. This way. Looks like it. It might have been a difference without a difference, maybe? I don't know. Okay, we now go off this way. Oh, we can go back up to speed now. Whoop-boom! Get that cruise control humming. Actually, do we need to be in that lane? I'm going to avoid that car. I'm going to say we don't need to be in that lane because that's the grey one that's going off there. We need to be in this lane. And I'm right. Yay! Ah! Wilson, that was a little bit of an ouchie, darling. Love you, but if you could watch where you put your feet when you're in the lap seat, it would be very much appreciated. He's readjusting himself. Trying to readjust me at the same time. There we go. Good boy. Well done. Now, he has now vacated the lap seat and is going to go and enjoy his own bed. And why not? There we go. Oh. Should have stayed silent. You've been none the wiser. Sure, plenty of crashes to come. No, I don't mind talking about those things. It's, like I said, when it's my fault, I'll admit it's my fault. When it's the AI being daft, I'll say it's the AI being daft. Not really much more to say about it, but again, when it's on a stream, it's kind of, yeah, but you can go back and watch the VOD and you'll see it, so it's kind of not exactly a secret. So, or someone will clip it and go, "Ah, Fad crashed in his nice new truck." And the bridge, when we were going over the bridge yesterday, or whenever it was, when we're coming down from Sweden to Switzerland, it was the Öresund Bridge, and so it was the bridge that I was thinking of, the Öresund Bridge, because I made a huge bridge in Minecraft years ago, leading out to the base of one of my Danish friends, Toby Moby, and I actually named it. I put signs up to call it the Öresund Bridge, because he was. I don't think he was too far away from it, so it was certainly something that he was in the proximity of. So there we go, and away we go. Sorry, car, I drifted there a little bit. So yeah, so we are hauling Halloween treats down to Spain as we can. And because it's going to make us a metric butt-ton of money. Not an imperial butt-ton, but a metric butt-ton. Got to be careful about our measurements. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We have already had the song once in the stream, Josh, but I am not opposed to playing it again because, hey, it's just that good, obviously. you don't enjoy the song, then I do apologise, but I rather like it. Because it's truckin' fabulous, is what it is. Where are we not? There we go.
With thanks to Wolf and Geordie, a trucking venture has begun. Driving around Europe, seeing countries one by one, knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us. Is it 'cause we're trucking fabulous? Running quick jobs for a start, never missing an hour's farts. Buying a used Volvo online, Halloween treats that taste so fine. Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, but we're still trucking fabulous. Setting up in Luxembourg, getting money for our work. Expand the trucking empire, with no sleep, we never tire. Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, never not trucking fabulous. Hiring drivers here and there, driving in our underwear. Other drivers getting vexed, we don't know what's coming next. Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, we're always trucking fabulous. Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, we're always trucking fabulous. Down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, we're always trucking fabulous.
Thank you, Josh. Ibiza, dance your heart out. Indeed. Wizzy's back saying Raver Trucker. Hello, Wizzy. Good evening. How are you? I hope you're well. We are heading down to Spain. To Leon. So we're taking much needed, much desperately needed Halloween treats down there. And they're desperately needed because I want the money. We're down to £350,000. We spent a lot of money last stream buying the new truck, and then I spent even more. I spent 50 grand getting a beautifully customized curtain side trailer. So yeah, so we've been spending money. Not that that's a bad thing to say, but yeah. Wizzy says, good evening to everybody. Nice, yeah, it is nice. So having a lot of fun with it. So I did more missions than I should have done this morning. I thought I'll just log on and do a little bit. Oh, it was turned out to be too much. Because I hadn't done the curtain cider, and then I thought I've got to do a mission in the curtain cider. So that's what took us to Rostock. And we're now going from Rostock down to Leon. And again, if anyone's interested, if you're on the Discord, there is a channel that through the app that I've got for my overlay actually does publish a message in a Discord channel every time I complete a job, so you can see all the jobs that are being done even when I'm not on stream. So I thought that was quite a cool feature of the app, so I thought, well, might as well use it. It's an interesting log for me to remember where I've been and what I've been hauling. And so we got almost in skills points wise, so we should level up with this, so we'll have another skill point to spend. And I think we're starting to get into kind of getting some of the things like fragile cargo, just-in-time deliveries, and then the ADRs. So I've maxed out on eco-driving, maxed out on distance. I think I just, in the last point, maxed up on whatever the other one is that I've been doing. Oh, the high value. That's the high value. So we're maxed up on high value. Where are we now? Let's so I definitely want to get the 750 engine in this when we level up to 25. Because that's desperately needed. So let's just go on the map, see how far down we are. So we were up in Rostock, so we're now. I was confused by Brussels. I hadn't realised we got to go through there as well. Yeah, so we're going all the way down. All the way down. So let's resume. Still got 21 hours. I've just filled up with fuel. So we should be trucking on through the night. Be fun. Those that maybe didn't see all of the stream yesterday, just do a quick picture mode. You can see this is the new truck, which is very happy with. Wilson's got his own little sign in the window. So he is the official co-driver. Not that I'm giving him the wheel. Mind you, he probably couldn't be worse than me, but there we go. Still, there we go. So hopefully everyone's had a fantastic Wednesday. Yes. So it'd be nice to get some more long distance hauls in. So at 100 grand. I mean, granted, they take multiple days because this was a 32-hour trip. 100 grand for 32 hours is certainly not to be sniffed at. Almost 110 grand, actually, but there we go. Just need to find a way to make that kind of money in real life, and we'll be good. We could do this all day long. I can just find a way to download the money into my bank account. I guess I'm obviously the first person that's ever thought of that. I mean, dee. Okay, gonna carry on straight on through, so we've got to go over again. Yeah, so what's everyone been up to for the day? Anything exciting? So yeah, hopefully anyone in America had their say in the elections and all that, so we won't go into too much detail there, but hopefully they've had a reasonable time of it. I know I've heard from some of the YouTube channels that I watched that are folks based in America that there were a number of people taking the day off and such like. It's a very important day for them. That was yesterday, wasn't it? No? Yes, it was yesterday that they were taking off. But yeah, so I mixed my days up. It's too easy to mix up. So, but there we go. All good fun. Do. That one barely got their lights on. Okay, so now we're going back into France by the looks of it. Yeah. Welcome back to France. I don't know if we actually did go through Belgium or if we just skirted around it. Might have a look at that in a little while when we can punch up the map again. Going to keep on trucking for a little bit. Not even halfway through our journey yet. Oh, and now we're coming up. We're in, you can tell we're in France. We're getting to a toll booth. Not to say that none of the other countries have it, but France just seems to have an abundance of them. That indication mostly is a precaution to try and stop someone coming up the side of me. Sometimes some of the cars try and zip up, and they drive into you at the very last minute because I don't pay attention to what you're doing. Oh, there we go. Road off to Calais there. We're not taking that because we're not going there. Ert. Also not going to Le Havre. It's nice to see we've got plenty of explored roads around here. If we go find someone that haven't been explored. Do. So we started a little bit later on the stream today, so quite sure how late I'm going to go. If we get time for this and another one, or if we'll just have time for maybe a short one after this. Who knows? Josh says working isn't what I call an exciting day. But have you had an exciting day? I've had a quiet day today, actually. I've been busy with things. So I've had some very busy days. So today was a relatively quiet one. And in fact, actually, the reason I was late starting streaming was because I'd actually fallen asleep in the afternoon and didn't wake up until after 5 o'clock. And then it was I've got to feed and walk the dog and do all those fantastic things. Geordie says, say hello to 43 inches of the finest TV you can imagine. Basically, I've opened YouTube on the TV. Well, hi Geordie on the TV. I think, yes, 43 inches might be a little bit too much fad for anybody, but there we go. So, but yes, it is nice. I mean, the fact that we can watch YouTube and Twitch and stuff on the TV and enjoy stuff that, used to be confined to a computer with. And obviously not for a long time now, but one of those things that, TV broadcasting of old does seem to be necessary, but it's not the absolute monopoly on all entertainment nowadays, which is, I think, good. We need variety, we need different things in our lives. Not about the size of it, it's what you do with it. Well, that's very true, Geordie. Very true. Tuck back in behind that coach. Their cars can go past us. We want to be in this lane anyway. Works for me. Drop the speed limit just a smidge. Ba-dee-da, diddly. Another toll booth. Shocked and surprised. I suppose it keeps the journey a little bit more interesting. I just wish they were the toll booths like we have in Norway and up in Scandinavia, where it's just you drive through at full speed, just a gantry of cameras, and it just that's the toll booth. Got past the coach that time. Just going to get around this corner. I see there's a quest. The question is from... Gosh, but I just... Let's get to... There we go. Got a little bit straight now. The question is, did Geordie buy a big TV just to watch Fad? I would very much highly doubt it. If anyone is committed enough to buy a big TV just to watch me on this channel, then I make some recommendations about investigating your mental health. Much as I love everybody, I think that might be just too much, almost too much obsession, like I have with ETS2. And there's our coach friend. Oh, I didn't go up to 55. That's why they zipped past us. I didn't see the speed limit had gone back up again. Ding dang dongaroo. And it goes up just in time for us to go to another toll booth. My answer to that question is I am not clinically insane. Well, that's good. That's good. We like that. I am also not clinically insane. I'm insane, but not clinically. Well, indeed. We all have our own levels of insanity.
All hands brace for impact.
Have our own little ways of doing things. Let's go inside. Whole 19 miles an hour thing is 30 kilometers an hour if you prefer. Yeah. French need better cameras. They've got it sorted up in Norway. Don't want to let me over. Just keep going. Oh, right. Dee dee diddly dee dee. Remember, never missing an house fart. I mean, I've totally missed one, but I won't admit it because it's in the song that we never did. Do 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 do. Mind you, if we're going that road, Geordie, then got to go with one of my favourite expressions, that sanity is just an excuse for those with a lack of imagination. So yeah, if you are insane, you are in the right place. So I suppose if you're insane but not clinically insane, that's probably the qualifier that we need on that. It's all good. Gosh, that makes me nervous. Fab between a concrete barrier and traffic. But we survived. We survived. It's dealt with, maybe, probably not expertly, but it was dealt with semi-competently. I don't want to push my luck, but I think semi-competently. I think we can agree on that, yeah? Oh dear. I'm hoping that for DLC there might be another kind of set of discounts around Christmas time for DLC, maybe, I'm hoping. So I can try and persuade family members to... Well, yeah, maybe. We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see. So I don't know what I'm going to do for Christmas, but there we go. It's all good. Important thing in Christmas, more than giving gifts, is actually being around family and those that you want to be around, really, I think. So, heading off. Still, we're just approaching halfway. We had a 32-hour journey when we started. We're just coming down to 16 hours remaining. Got the speed limit again. Got cruise control speed. There's a magical thing called Black Friday that Steam follows. Oh yes, of course, there is that. There is that. I had absolutely, completely forgotten about Black Friday. Well, I mean, in terms of this, but I hadn't forgotten about it entirely in terms of I had no cognizant thoughts of it at all. Would love to see me with the special transport DLC. Well, that is certainly an interesting one, Josh. Like I said, once we can get up to level 25 and we've got the 750 and we've got all the power that you can muster, have Scotty down in the engine room as well as Wilson in the co-driver's seat. So, you know all the power you can muster, mister. Doodly doodly, squiddly diddly doo. Hey. Okay. Santa Julie may have you on his nice list. Oh, you've already given me plenty, Georgie. You don't need to worry about that. But yes, no, the special transport DLC is definitely one I think I had looked at. Maybe not in any great way yet. But I'm certainly looking at whether or not we start to do some ADR skills with our next skill point, or whether or not we want to do fragile cargo or just in time. So we've got those options now. So Geordie's had the most influence on where I've spent my skill points so far. So if Geordie's got some comments on that, they will be certainly taken into account. To the left. We can go into the middle. No, we can't. No, yes, we can. And we got the rain. Here comes the rain. It's here again. And I did check. I think the reason that we weren't seeing a lot of income coming in from my other drivers is they're starting to take some longer missions again. And there was actually one or two instances where they've been returning empty, which was less helpful. There we go. Geordie would go high. I've already. So Josh would go high value. I've already maxed out high value, I think. So I'm fairly sure my last skill point was the last to fill up the bar on high value. So it's fragile, just in time, or ADR that I will have. I mean, we'll see it when we get to the end of the end of the run, which is now only a mere 14 hours away. 14 hours and 47 minutes away. It's it will be there before you know it. Time for Koch. So it's night time, it's raining. Fortunately, we got the best tyres that we could get, so we don't have to worry too much about it being too slippy slidey for us. Josh reckons fragile cargo. Let's see, smashing some plates about. Grease DLC isn't out yet. Come on, play nice. Obviously, that's just a stereotype, but it has to. Yeah, you got to kind of play on the stereotypes a little bit. But no, so what makes you think we'd break anything, Josh? Our cargo's deliveries have all been, with the exception of one, every delivery I've made has had an excellent rating. I had one where I had a good work rating. I've not had below that. So my reputation precedes me. Geordie says ADR. So is there one specific ADR that you reckon, Geordie, that you'd like to see? So I don't think Josh would necessarily disagree, because he just wants to see something either dangerous or that can be damaged. So Josh just loves carnage, which is fine. I'm fine with that. It's either carnage or potential carnage. So I literally have none of the ADR certificates at all. So do we go explosives? Oh yeah, I know you meant for the next one, but I think with the ADR you can pick one of the certifications. You don't have to do them in order like the other ones. So do we go explosives? Do we go gas? Do we go, I think, is combustible liquids one or something like that? Yeah, I think you can. What about the ones off stream? Did they all go smoothly? Yeah. Literally all of my deliveries have an excellent rating, with the exception of one, which was, I think, like my third or fourth delivery. So I had one delivery that didn't actually get acknowledged in that, so I will acknowledge that the one delivery that didn't get acknowledged in that because it got cancelled, but it didn't show as cancelled, was the delivery from Carlisle to Manchester, where I actually did badly crash the truck. I jackknifed it on an off ramp to the point that the cab was actually kind of juddering inside the trailer, and I had to be towed. And somehow, when I was towed, my delivery just disappeared. Unlike previous ones where the delivery carried on with me, the delivery just completely disappeared. So yeah, that's a wreck. So that's one wreck. So out of forget what we're on, not number wise of that, but I think we're on like week 4 or 5. So got stolen, possibly Quizzy. It was Halloween treats again. So I think that the kids by the side of the road that were watching when I snarled it up, I think they nicked the trailer. They just didn't take just the sweets. They nicked the whole trailer. Dang kids. So I would have delivered those Halloween treats if it weren't for those pesky kids. Oh, if you get towed during a World of Trucks job, you will lose it. Ah, thanks, Jordy. That explains it. I didn't understand it because I hadn't had to be towed for a long time. Actually, I don't think I'd had to be towed since I started playing after the demo. In the demo, yes, but in my profile on actually having the game, not until that point. So. Something spooky going on. Yep, indeed. Busy appreciating the Scooby-Doo reference. Since everyone says I laugh like Scooby-Doo, I might as well lean into it, eh? We probably ought to have some Scooby kind of sound alerts added onto the soundboard on sound alerts. Dear. I've been called worse things in my life. So there we go. So we're now 12 hours just over away. 600 miles to go. And we'll see where we go from there. Like I said, I'm fairly sure that the amount of XP I get on this should be a level up event. Of course, knowing my luck, it'll be 1 point shy or something daft like that, like we've had before. But that's okay. That's okay. The sun has come up on a brand new day. Here in France, we're near Poitiers, I think. I think that's what that's supposed to be. Poitiers. Trucking on through France. I love those little just the light playing through different things on the dash. Just the attention to detail. It's cool. Definitely cool. With a little bit of luck, maybe on Sunday after I've done Ranch Sim with Dare, there's a possibility I might be able to join Wolf and their convoy for a little bit, because I haven't done any convoy or multiplayer as yet. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try 2 streams left of the week. So I'm going to try. Obviously, we want to get back to Stardew Valley. I think tomorrow, and then Friday. Tomorrow I'll have a vote for Friday stream whether or not we do ETS, Mr. Prepper, Global Farmer, or something else. I'll try and put a few more options in there. So I think the Friday streams are probably going to be voted for, just because that gives everyone a chance to have a bit of input. Just change my bets here. Okay, it's got a separate lane. That's fine. Don't need to worry. Yeah. So, and then the other streams I'm going to try and figure out. Sometimes it might need to change, and I do indulge in my little obsessions a little bit, I suppose. Particularly with this. Marlon, hand pink waving. Person turquoise waving. And purple blue piece. Fantastic. That's obviously the emotes on YouTube that don't come through very well on the other chats. He wants to play more ETS2, says Josh. Well, I enjoy it. I just, I wouldn't want it to become boring for everyone that's watching. So that's no fun when it's always the same thing. And I like to try and carry on the story of some of the other things as well. Get past a caravan. Cut the caravan up. I don't have the same level of passion for caravans as the Top Gear team do. I'm not gonna try and run them off the road. But when they kind of cause me to slow down and stuff, I will get past them and cut them up if I can. So it's just the way it went. That's the way it goes. That's legal requirement. Legal requirement. At least I think it's a legal requirement. Another coach blasting past us. So there we go. Okay, a little bit of a stutter there, but that's fine. Do. I suppose it's the same really. When Global Farmer came out, I kind of streamed that solid for a week, because it was new and it was the obsession of the moment, or the hyper focus of the moment, if you wish. I mean, however you want to term it. We're heading near Limoges, are we? let's just take a quick second and we're going to have a look at our progress. So we were up here last time I came out to the map, so we're almost through France, I think. Did we go through Belgium? We must have gone through Belgium because we went right the way through Brussels. So we did zip through Belgium quickly. Like you'd notice, I mean, in real life you can drive through Luxembourg in about 10 minutes if you're on the motorway and not even realise you've gone through the country. So there we go. So we are making excellent progress. Now we're going uphill. We've lost a bit of power. I said when we can get the 750, I'll be happier. But definitely, I'm definitely happier with this truck. It's got some lovely bells and whistles, including obviously the air horn. Got to be done. Got to be done. The first accessory you buy isn't an air horn. What are you doing with your life? I ask you very, very seriously. What are you doing with your life? Get fancy paint jobs, air horn. Mostly because it doesn't cost a lot and it gives a lot of joy to the world. Well, to me. Da 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 da. Yeah, we're drifting, we're drifting. I'm trying to do two things at once. To write down something. Oh, we better go through the toll booth first. Otherwise it's going to just end in total disaster. £170 worth of toll. Do want to be in the rightmost lane even, not leftmost. Some manoeuvring here, so I will concentrate on manoeuvring. Surprised they didn't drop the speed limit on this section. There we go, never mind. I dropped it down precautionarily. On the cruise control, that is. Just not mouse. Don't knock your mouse when you're trying to build a house, or else you'll end up with a great big grouse. Well, words to that effect. There we go. No, I managed to write down the little note that I wanted to write to Future Fad. As Future Fad will forget if I don't remind Future Fad of what I've just thought about. So you have to forgive Future Fad for that because, yeah, Future Fad doesn't always know what I'm thinking. All we need now is a nice long tunnel for your air horn. Oh yes, Josh. That is my favourite, just in case anyone hasn't seen, that's my favourite thing to do is blast the air horn in a tunnel and just listen to the reverb. Even with the windows up now, it still reverbs beautifully, and I love it. It's the closest you're going to get to a ship's whistle. And I'm totally here for it. But write them things on your shopping list when you remember them. Totally, Josh, except that was the reminder to Future Fad to look into the Scooby sound alerts thing. Because otherwise it will go out of my head and it'll be next stream and we'll be talking about it again and we go, oh yeah, I didn't do that. And it's the stuff of minutes worth of just searching and adding the stuff, so. So yes. Fortunately, with my brain, doesn't always work that way. So. Do we want to do that? No, we don't want to do that. No. Pressing the wrong buttons all the dang time. We also need to start to think about, I mean, if we're getting to the blessed C word,
All hands brace for impact.
Start to think about what kind of a song we want to have, what kind of a trucking song we want to have for that. So it hasn't escaped my attention. I will be working on it. Got another toll booth coming up. Yosh. Oh, look, £17. That's 10% of what we paid last time. Okay. 7 hours left. Yay! We are getting there. Wherever there is. This will be one of the longer hauls again. Still don't know what skill point we're gonna do. We're probably gonna go ADR, but I think we can pick specifically which ADR point we get. We don't have to go sequentially in order, so I mean, I'm kind of, I know explosives is the first one. I think explosive is the first one, so I'm thinking it may well end up being explosives. Although I wouldn't want to encourage people to have fireworks, so. Another £17. Just in case there's anyone in my blind spot. Oh, there we go. There isn't. Diddly 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 doo. Axe! Is it Jadzia or is it Esri? If anyone gets that, then do comment in chat. We need to know, well, not your favourite Dax, but we need to know how much you enjoyed Dax. Get it, and feel free to comment in the chat. That's fine too. Toll booth done. I didn't even pay attention to how much it was that time. Over water we go. It's a bridge over troubled water. Heading towards San Sebastian. Apparently. And Bilbao. Yay. Excellent. Just taking, making the best of the Halloween treat missions whilst we have them, and then we'll get the. We'll be doing similar when the Christmas event on World of Trucks comes up. So I don't understand why you wouldn't make money whilst the sun shines, or make hay while the sun shines. Make money. That's the loan installment again. So as you'd expect, that's come out twice now in this mission. But we're going to pay for quite a few. We're now in Spain. Viva España. We've got to drop our, what's it, the speed limit's not with us. Oh, now it is. Santander as well. Trucks seem to be braking right. There's the height doobly booblies, which have caught me out more than once. The height doobly booblies. This one. Get through here. I think we can. Safely through. That's more the danger area for me, is those toll booths, because of course at one point you've got to go far left to get through on the auto Majingarizer. Then you've got to go far right to go on the auto Majingarizer. You don't know whether you're coming or going. Oh, just look at this. Isn't it beautiful? And now we're going to go into a tunnel. Be ready. Be ready. You know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. It's also equally possible that I will press the wrong button and end up switching the engine off. There we go. There's another tunnel. Stand by. Yes, indeed, Josh. We must enjoy these things. If there's something in a game that amuses you, why not just enjoy it? If you did that in real life, you'd be a bit of a dick, but in a game, who cares? This is only the second time I've been driving through Spain since Jordy kindly got the DLC for me. Here we go again. We're going to see if we can go for full-on GES. Geordie's still there, still enjoying the stream. Yep, absolutely. We're going to go full... We got GES. The signal you have just heard is the general emergency signal and is used to summon passengers to their emergency stations, to their muster stations. It is not the signal to abandon ship. I never heard that before. Follow the trucky truckers. Follow our trucky trucker friends. Again. They seem to kind of line up on that one, but if we're careful, we can get through here. He's got a heavy load, so we're going to kind of zip ahead of him. Or her, in fairness. Because you heard wrong the time. I believe it's called mustard stations. Ah, yes, that was... Yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it? Yeah, please proceed to your mustard station. Or French mustard or English mustard or honey mustard. Ooh, that's a very big choice there, Geordie. Yes. Believe it or not, when I was working on the ships, we had there was a chief engineer, and I'm led to understand that he conducted emergency drills when he was at home. So he practiced like fire drills at his home, which isn't necessarily a bad idea, I suppose. But yes, of course, the whole concept of drills was always amusing because you practiced effectively putting out a fire, and then after you had put out the fire, you then practiced, well, if we hadn't put out the fire, we'd have to abandon ship, so then we went and abandoned the ship anyway. So it was always an interesting cognitive exercise to say, but we put the fire out, so we're now abandoning the ship? But learning to drive a lifeboat was funny. That was particularly doing that in the Caribbean. I mean, hello, where's a good place to learn to drive a lifeboat? The Caribbean. Don't do it in the middle of the winter in the English Channel or the Solent, as the case may be. That's less preferable. Do it in the Caribbean where it's sunshine and beautiful weather. That's the best place. So. We have another tunnel coming up. Stand by. We'll do man overboard this time. There we go. Man overboard. That was just 3 short blasts. So that was going astern. Not three long blasts, man overboard, 3 short, going astern. Alaska in the winter sounds like fun. Yes, I didn't get to do that. But Alaska cruises look very fun. New England, I would like to have done. Did you change the room which you set fire to each time? So there were different types of fire, Josh. So, yes is the answer. So they would come up with different scenarios. So it would usually be there's a safety officer on board, so they would come up with the drill, and so it was different each time. So you had to listen to where the fire was located so that you could traverse around the ship, or if you were in part of the ship's company that had to go and investigate the fire to see, okay, how big is the fire, what's going on, can we put the fire out with a fire extinguisher? Or do we need to get people with breathing masks and fire hoses and put them in? Also, if you're just a crew member and you've got to go to your emergency station, well, is the fire between me and where I need to be? So I have to go a different route, and that was the one that caught people out. So a lot of the safety officers tried to get people to remember that just because they're not part of the first stages of the emergency, that they still need to listen. And I never forget one time where we actually had a reel. I can't remember if it was a reel or if it was just a drill, but we had a fire on the main corridor, the main crew corridor. And I had crew members trying to go through, even though the fire doors were shut. I've got to get to my emergency station. You've got to go a different way, dude. You have to go a different way. You can't go through there. I've got 2 people with breathing masks on behind that door, you need to go differently. So, did we ever have real emergencies on board, Julie? Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyone that says that there's never been a fire on board a ship is lying. They happen all the time. But like I just said, the majority of the time is, okay, we can put that out with a fire extinguisher, or it turns out it was a false alarm. And you've got not just, obviously, fire emergencies, you've got other types of emergencies, you've got medical emergencies, you've got all those kind of things that happen on land, at home, happen on ships. Obviously, on ships, you've got a smaller group of people to respond and handle it. So, yes. The one that springs most to my memory is when we were in Southampton. So we're in Southampton. It's the day that all the passengers get off, and we get a whole bunch of new passengers come on board. And it's 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's early. And all of a sudden, none of the early stages of the emergency, but they sound the crew alert signal. Now, the reason that's significant is before the crew alert signal, there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens. There's a whole section of the emergency procedure that goes before that. And so to go straight to crew alert was significant, kind of, oh my god, because I go... Sorry, gotta do this for a second. Sorry, it had to be done. Yes, I am a big child. But yeah, so to go straight through that kind of bypass when I would have normally gone to my emergency station. So I had to just kind of get going. I was talking to one of my friends at the time, and it was kind of both of us just ran straight out of the office. Well, we didn't run, but we moved swiftly out of the office. And the ship was on fire. The ship had an electrical fire going at that time, and they'd already got people dealing with it, and so it kind of just wanted to get everybody else mustered. But it was French mustard at the time, yeah. So we got going, and it got under control quite shortly thereafter. But that was the most memorable because it was the most surprising one. Imagine they happen quite often due to how long they are in service, so to speak. Likely, pretty much every day. I don't know, not every day so much, but probably at least once a week. I mean, once a week. You have drills once a week usually. But you also have like the little fires, because you've got galleys on board, so you've got things being cooked. Yeah, you've got the engine room, so you're burning fuel down there. There's always something going on. Another fun one for me was when one of the because I was in one of the fire teams. I forget which ship I was on, but I showed up one day, and I'm sure it was drills. But I showed up one day, and one of the fire team hadn't shown up, so I normally just did the BA control, so taking a log of what their air readings were on their tanks before they went in, so we knew how much air they had got, and communicating with them when they're in the fire, so I could relay to the team outside what was going on inside from the fire team. And showed up one day, and one of those fire team hadn't showed up, so they just whack me into breathing apparatus, and then I'm going in the fire, and I'm in the fire, in the actual situation. So it's basically a resort on the ocean. It absolutely is. They're floating cities. You've got yeah. I mean, it's great. They're great for. I mean, and this is not me kind of being a former member of the company going, oh yeah, you should do it. But a cruise, you go and see plenty of different places, and you only pack and unpack kind of when you get there, you've got your base of operations, and your base of operations moves to all these different countries. It's great fun. So, This all sounds very fascinating, things that people never really think about. Well, and they don't need to. They're on holiday. They shouldn't need to think about these things. That's why you have to have a well-trained staff to kind of handle that. I mean, the new Royal Caribbean ship is absolutely massive. Yeah, Royal Caribbean keep going for the largest cruise ship in service kind of thing. And I was quite surprised when the last thing I did when I worked for the company was when P&O's Britannia was launching. I went over to the shipyard and I did the final setup of some of the applications and whatnot that I was responsible for, and kind of brought the ship. I sailed with the ship back over from the shipyard in Italy back to the UK. And yeah, that was... Britannia was a much bigger ship than any of the other P&O ships at that time. I mean, they've got more now. But it was surprising because just with a few well-placed walls, bulkheads, effectively, they would segment off, and some of the big open areas would not feel so big and open, and it would feel that little bit more intimate and kind of contained. And I was actually, I thought that was really impressive how well they did that, actually. So you can have big ships and you can still have a little bit of that smaller feeling, as it were. This way, I think. Okay, that's fine. This is where we want to be. Okay, that's cool. So yes, so call me a child, but I'd love to do a Disney cruise. Nothing childish about that. I mean, nothing childish about that at all, Geordie. So it is expensive, but you can sometimes get some pretty good deals. So don't know so much about Disney, but there we go. The flag is in sight. The end is in sight, my friends. We have our destination in sight. Hail has been discovered. Why is everyone going the same way that we want to go? Rude. Absolutely no real atom of a clue where we are. I mean, I know where we are, but I haven't been here particularly, so either in game or RL. Here we are. So let's because I need to do some reverse parking to get one of the achievements. So let's go for where they want it to be. They want it to be over there. Okay, let's go. See how well I do with this. I almost did it in yesterday's stream, but we are going to do it today because we got some fun to have. Hopefully, it's not too crazy of a part. Okay, it's crazier than I thought it would be, but we'll see how we can do with it. Can't always skip it, and I am not going to say that I will absolutely not. So I'm going to oh, no, that's going to go the wrong way. This is allowing me to do what I want to do. Isn't a decent camera view for this? That's about the best we're going to get, I think. No, that's not where we want to be. Yeah, you know what? That one is... yeah. That's like throwing me right in the deep end. No, we're not going to. So I'm only just going to end up smashing into something. So, if it had been one that wasn't quite so much, we'd have been... So we're now level 19! We have skilled up. Got 110,000 squidoodles. Thank you very, very much. So we are... Do we go explosives? Oh, really? We can only do... Oh, I thought we can choose one. We can choose. So do we go explosives? Gases? Flammable liquids? Flammable solids? Toxic and infectious substances or corrosive substances? They chucked me under the bus there a little bit, Josh. Yeah, if there'd been one trailer on one side, I've absolutely given that a much more of a go. So check Discord as much as when I get a chance. Okay, let's. I can do that. I can do that on my phone because I don't get notifications when I'm live. What's this? Well, thank you, Jordy. I'm not sure. I can't see quite what that is, but I see it's a key. So thank you very much for that. I'll have to pop that in Steam shortly. In fact, I'll probably do that whilst you guys debate amongst yourselves between explosive gases, flammable liquids, flammable solids, toxic and infectious substances, or corrosive substances. I'm just going to go and pop that in so I can understand and properly say thank you. It's always important. Okay, so activate Rooney. I won't read the code out because that would just be foolish. Even though in my head I'm reading it out. Thank you very much, Jordy. That is wonderful. So that is Italia. So we can do some. It is the great country of Italy. Ah, thank you very, very kindly. I can see it now because I have redeemed it, and that's very, very much appreciated. Haven't got any answer. So, do we go flammables? I'm going to rule out corrosive. Don't think we need toxic or infectious anything at the minute. Yeah, so explosive includes fireworks. Wilson vetoes the fireworks. So I think it might be flammable gases. I think the reason for flammable gases is obvious. Because Fad speaks flammable gas. Yes, that's exactly it. So there we go. Josh says go gases, so I think we came to a conclusion there. So let's see what we've got. So we've got Leon to Aberdeen. Oh, that's going up there. Why would we not go via Bilbao and Plymouth? Interesting. Or we've got to Innsbruck. Where else do we have? Do we have any flammables? Do we have any flammable? Yes. No, apparently not. Maybe I need to check the freight market for that. Oh, we got some high value cargo. Oh, these are... Okay, so let's go from where we are. Have we got any? Heavy cargo, standard delivery, articulated trailer. Yes, but that's empty pallets, really? How heavy can they be? Let's see if we can find another one on Halloween's. Oh! Do we have the time? 17 hours. So that's going to be about an hour and a-ish. We could do this one. Go down to Porto Vecchio. I'm okay for that. Yeah, let's do that one. We haven't been down there yet. Your trailer is ready. Oh, my controller has gone to sleep. That's why we're not moving. Where is my? Okay, so my. There's our trailer. Just over here. In for the long haul. Well, we might as well do some stuff. It's where we get the money. It's where we get the money. Italian Alps are absolutely beautiful when you get to explore them. Ah, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'd love to be able to do that now, but unfortunately, it's it'll take some time to download the DLC when we get there. So, oh, they want us to go the other way. Oh, there's an arrow pointing, and I'm going the wrong way. Oh well, never mind. I deride your one-way system, and I make my own rules. It's arbitrary. Although it would be probably easier to not hit the fence if I was coming from the other direction, but there we go, never mind. Cars parked here, that's fine. Dee. So yes, we'll definitely be looking for the Italian Alps at some point. I'll try to do that on stream one day. Rules are meant to be broken. Indeed. If you don't break the rules, how do you know they're even there? I mean, I'm actually a rule follower, but for arbitrary rules and in real life, I would absolutely not have done that. But in a game where it's gonna, yeah, okay. What's gonna happen? Because even if fines were engaged, I mean, what company is going to fine a delivery driver for going the wrong way around their one-way system when no one else was affected? I don't think anyone would. So we're going to need to go and get some fuel again. We've got 459 miles of fuel and we've got 1,000 miles of journey. Say goodbye. We're leaving Spain. We're going to go down to the Mediterranean. Forget which island Porto Vecchio's on. I think it's Calvi, so I think it must be Corsica. I'm sure Calvi was one of the other ports. Again, fairly popular on ships. My friend says speed limits are just suggestions. Yeah, I unfortunately I'm one of those annoying people. I drive my car absolutely on the speed limit because I use the speed limiter function. So it probably annoys people. I don't intend it for that purpose. I just intend it for the I don't want to get caught 1 mile above and then have problems. Because technically, they can do that. They may choose not to, but they can. I think the islands in the game are Sardinia and Corsica. But you might be wrong. Yeah, it's fine. We'll find out. We'll go have a look. Should we have a... Let's have a look. So, Calvi, Ajaccio. Definitely been to... Sure, Calvi and Ajaccio. Bonifacio. Portovecchio. So that must be... It's obviously got the... guessing that's Mallorca and Menorca. Possibly, or Mallorca and Menorca. Whichever way around it is. Geography was never my strong point. But there we go. But we can do quick little search-a-rooney. Texting while driving is not recommended. Porto Vecchio is a commune in France. On the island of Corsica. We are heading to Corsica. Just for good measure. So let's find... we'll find somewhere to pull over and get some go-go juice. I think Italy is already installed by the looks of the map. Let's have a look. Let's... no, it's... Oh, Italy shows there, but the top of Italy was already there, Geordie, so I don't know if that's come in with something else. Yeah, and I don't know if Italy includes Sicily. I'm assuming that's Sicily. We'll soon find out. We will soon find out. So I think it's only fair and right that since we're now on a new journey, we do this. No worries, Jordy.
With thanks to Wolf and Geordie, a trucking venture has begun. Driving around Europe, seeing countries one by one, knocking down the road signs, trying to steer.
Oh, Malta. Nice.
Cars are driving into us. Is it 'cause we're trucking fabulous? Running quick jobs for a start, never missing an hour's farts. Buy any used Volvo online, Halloween treats that taste so fine. Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, but we're still trucking fabulous. Setting up in Luxembourg,
Quizzy's dancing.
money for our work. Expand the trucking empire with no sleep, we never tire. Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, never not trucking fabulous.
Thanks, Jordy.
Hiring drivers here and there, driving in our underwear. Other drivers getting
I have looked at it. Very briefly, but I have looked at it.
Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, we're always trucking fabulous. Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, we're always trucking fabulous. Knocking down the road signs, trying to steer inside the lines. Cars are driving into us, we're always trucking fabulous.
There we are. Yeah, I know. It's deceptive, isn't it, Jordan? Most of the first times I played it was on these speakers on my monitors, and then the first time I heard it in my headset, I was kind of, there is so much more to this, and it just sounds absolutely fab, because it's fucking fabulous. May have created a song using that for you. Oh, that's cool. Actually quite good stuff. Yeah, I actually really do enjoy that, and you can make some fun stuff quite quickly. And you don't have to have musical talent to do it. You just have to know, okay, I want it to sound a little bit like something like that. So, which is cool. Whoever thought knocking down road signs and car accidents could sound so great? Well, exactly, Josh. But I always, when I write the lyrics for those, I always try to make it relevant to kind of what happens in the game on the streams. So it's not just generic. It's kind of personalised to what we've got going on. Because otherwise, why bother? It's really catchy. Because yeah, I get hooked on the song when I create it before I actually even bring it out. So yeah. Yeah. And of course, that one was intentionally, because we're playing Euro Truck Simulator, the prompt for what type of music I wanted was Euro pop dance, high energy, upbeat. Because that's nothing like what we do here at all. I mean, so. We've probably already driven past a fuel station that I didn't see. So we're keeping... In fact, I'm almost certain we have. But we'll find one shortly. We've still got 318 miles of fuel left. What could possibly go wrong? So, there we go. Looks like we've got some coming up right now. Yay. Area de servicio. Love how they make it really convenient for the trucks to get around. Actually, this one isn't too bad. Some of them can be a bit more squidoodly. Ooh, what was that? Apparently hit the... Oh, £1.41! It's not bad. It's one of the cheaper prices I've seen. Say goodbye to our fellow trucker. Bye-bye, fellow trucker. Not to be confused with Othello the trucker, but that's... to avoid all the doings of doing this. And let's get ourselves out here. So that's one thing I'm also going to look for a vote on is... I know I've turned the fines off, and I'm not going to turn those back on. But what about the fatigue simulation? I've turned that off, but do people want to see me turn fatigue simulation back on so I have to sleep? Are people not fussed? So yeah, I'm happy to entertain turning that back on because the sleeping, yeah. Josh says not a fan of that. You'd rather just like carried on driving, and yeah, that's cool. Again, some people have strong opinions about things like that, but I tend not to. I think, yeah, if we've got to stop and sleep every once in a while, yeah, it adds a little bit of realism, but is that what we're shooting for? Yes, it does have to be done in every tunnel. I'm sorry. Okay. Splits the lanes and doesn't tell us it's going to split the lane. Okay. Never mind. We can handle it. Do-do-doodly-doo. Yeah, so we're on our next journey. So we are back up to 472,000 after getting the 110,000 from our trip from Rostock to Leon. We're now going to Porto Vecchio on Corsica. Because why not? The people on Corsica deserve Halloween treats as well. Nay, they must have them. Mostly because it'll pay us some nice money. Not quite as much this time. Only just over 40,000. Well, just under 41,000 actually. That's fine. Plus we've got to take out the ferry fees for that, but that's fine. We haven't been to Corsica yet in the game. Worked quite nicely. Now, fellow truckers. Hello, truckers. Just be careful how you say that. Any spoonerisms there could come out wrong. Da-dee-da-dee-da. So we build up on go-go juice, which is nice. Anyone hearing the multiple tones? Yes. For somehow I managed to get both the normal horn and the air horn onto the same button. So that's what you're hearing, just in case you were wondering. Is it this one? Yes, I think it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Just a little bit of me doing that helps the flow of truckers. Mostly because the other cars are just coming zooming up there and then it's, oh no, it's my turn. No, you can wait a minute. I'm gonna do a merge in turn situation. Yeah, that didn't work out. They were slower than I thought. I was hoping to get out, but there we go. Not gonna happen. Once you've lost that momentum, gotta wait to get it back, baby. Have you got your lights on? Have you got your lights off? I'm going to get past this one now, I think. Oh, no, maybe I'm not. Another blooming one of these. You make sure you're going to that far one. Thank you very much. Jolly decent of you, old chap. Oh, there we go. We've got some damage. There you go, Josh. Misjudged the entrance. Hate these things, but there we go. There we go. Not really a lot of wiggle room, is there? But there we go. That's the first damage. Not the first time we've actually crashed into anything, but the first damage we've actually incurred on our new truck. When we finish this, we'll see just how many miles we've done, or how many kilometers we've done in this versus the old one, which is still parked up. I haven't actually assigned a driver to it yet. I really should have a look at that. They don't give a lot of room. They don't, but and unfortunately, my width control is very centered on seeing this, so I tend to focus on this side and not the off side. So I tend to be quite weak with my off side hitting things. But there we go. This looks like a French one. Am I right? Yes, I am. Oh, we've got Geordie back in Twitch, getting his shout out. Excellent. I was stronger on my leg side. Left side, is that? I assume.
All hands brace for impact.
Oh no, cricket term. Ah, okay. I'm not familiar with it. So that would be my confusion. To full speed. Okay, that's fine. Get your offside and your leg side. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played any cricket or watched any cricket since I was in secondary school, which was a few years ago. We're just going to say that much. More than 1 or 2 years ago. That's what we're going with. Since 11, I think. Something like that. School, yeah. Is this a French Model 1? Looks like it. I suppose we're back in France now, aren't we? So it would make sense if we're back in France that we would have French model toll booths. Okay. Now the Italian ones are confusing, says Judy. Okay, so I've got that fun to come. Okay, thank you. I'm just figuring out the difference between Spanish and French, and then we're going to add Italian into the mix as well. Like I said, big fan of the ones up in Norway. So the Scandinavian ones, toll infrastructure is. I'm a big fan of that. It works for me. So yes. Till we head to Poland or Serbia, then we'll be talking. Oh, okay. Well, there's like a few ones. I don't know about Serbia, but we've got at least 1 or 2 cities in Poland, I believe. Or maybe it's not quite as far as Poland. It's got a few on that border along the eastern section of Europe. I think just enough to tempt you to get the remaining DLCs and things, which is not a bad way of doing it. I will give you 1 or 2 of the outskirts cities, but if you want the rest of them, you've got to pay and get the DLC. Can't hate on them for that, really, can you? So. Yeah, I suppose it's probably a good idea to get our ETS time in this week, because next week will probably be heavily Farm Sim 25. So, I mean, I'm expecting to see some early content for it from some of the streamers. I'm going to try to avoid watching that myself, because when I play it, I want to play it for the first time. And just enjoy it and discover the things that perhaps I didn't know were coming, or maybe I'd missed the announcements for, or maybe weren't announced and were going to be surprises for when we got the game. So yeah, so we'll see. Oh, Elena has leveled up. I'm going to have a look at her skills in a second. Actually, we might do that just now. Let's go out. So we are going across the top there. We've got plenty of space. So I wanted to go into this menu. Let's go company, driver manager, Dana. So she's leveled up. She's now got 3 on 3 distance, 3 fragile, which is what she came with, and 3 eco driving. So I think I'm going to get her adding to her high value cargo. I wanted to level up a little bit there. 2 weeks yesterday we get the new Flight Sim, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Cool. I haven't played Flight Sim. Oh, so she's resting in Klagenfurt. So we were getting a better amount from Elena than we were from Milton when I looked earlier. But Milton is also leveled up, so we're going to get him also working on some high value cargo points, so we can get them earning a little bit more Spondulix. I go in every once in a while. Rather than just doing balanced, I try and get them to focus on one skill until we've got more points. Just because I think for me that makes better sense. So okay. Back to the driver's seat. We've done our little bit of administration. The fact that I can fly a passenger aircraft blows my mind, says Judy. Well, yes, there is that. Josh says, do you think the price of Farm Sim will change when it's released? I think, is there a small discount, like a 10% pre-order bonus? I expect that on release day that will go away. If they do it like they did with Farm Sim 22, we'll be waiting a while before it goes on offer. And by a while. I think the first time I really saw Farm Sim was on offer was when Platinum came out. The base game started to go a little bit more on offer from that point. So if Giants are true to what they've done previously, and I don't see any reason that they wouldn't be, I think they're going to stick with the price point unless they get significantly reduced sales at the price point they've got, which is slight. It's a bit of an increase over FS22 when it released. So if they don't get the sales, they might put an offer in to try and prompt people to get it. But I don't think that'll be a knee-jerk reaction. I think they'll hold for a little while just to see what the trend is, and they'll react to it when they've got that. Because there's going to be the hardcore folks that are Farm Sim diehard fans. They're going to be getting it anyway, and they've almost certainly already pre-ordered. So. You don't want to promote a website in my chat. There are always places to get games cheap. Yes, indeed there are, Geordie Line, and I know some people have. Many people are aware of those websites, and if you're not, then just be careful. Yeah, there are ones that have certain. I didn't know, but I've heard they have certain reputations for people that have obtained things in a less than honest fashion. But again, I don't know for facts, so Geordie Lion uses one. That's fine. That's fine. So, but yeah, so it is difficult, particularly if you don't have the money to spend on the new games and they're jacking the prices up. It's difficult. It really is. So if I didn't spend a lot of my time streaming and doing Farm Sim content on YouTube, I might have tried to hold off on Farm Sim 25 for a while, but it is a kind of big part of the games that I play. So it's, I mean, I had some time ago I had more than 1,300 hours in Farm Sim 22, so I'm going to be spending a lot of time playing Farm Sim 25. So when you start to kind of divide by the amount of hours you end up playing it, the price becomes a little different. So then you look at the games that costs, I think Farm Sim 25 was $42.99 on PC. So okay, $42.99 on PC, but you spend 1,000 hours playing it. So that's what's that, like 14? Is that 14 pence, or is it 0.414 pence or whatever it is? Yeah, so it's like, yeah, 14 pence an hour, I think. Not 14, 42 pence an hour. No, 0.4, half a penny an hour. I'll have to get a spreadsheet up and do the math. 0.42. So yeah. So if you say it's 4,299 pennies, you play it for 1,000 hours. That's 0.42. So less than half a penny per hour of gameplay enjoyment. If you get a game for £15 and you play it for 10 hours, there you go. See, so spending the money on the games that you play massively does make sense. So but of course, if you can get a discount, absolutely get a discount. So Geordie has spent 1,300 hours on this. Yes, I think I did see that on your Steam profile, Geordie. And there's nothing wrong with that. Again, people certainly in the past, have made fun of, oh yeah, these gamers that don't do anything but play games. It's okay, no, that's fine. There's a lot of good that we can accomplish together. You've only got to look at things like the Yogscast do for Christmas and stuff like that. I mean, the Jingle Jangle and all that, where they raise money for charity, and there's just so much good stuff. Been a long time since we did the old Tebby 24s, but if you were around in those days, we did some 24-hour live streams back in the day, and each time we raised thousands of dollars for charities. So, my excuse is I can't drive in real life, and it's the closest to reality. Well, I'll be honest, I mean, driving in real life is certainly very useful, but very stressful as well. You got to deal with all these other people. Let's just call them people. All these other people. And the biggest problem with driving on the roads in real life is that, much as we are here, the way I drive is I'm the main character, I'm here, and you're all AI and you've got to get out my way. The trouble is that people in real life drive that way. The ASI in-game drive better than the AI in real life. Well, yes. I would perhaps suggest that it's not AI in real life, it's AH in real life. And again, you don't need an excuse for playing a game 1,300 hours, Geordie. There are no judgments here. There are no aspersions cast. And away we go again. Wonder how much it's going to cost us to get across to Corsica. Grand Theft Auto 5 online has close to 5,000 hours in 11 years. Yes, again, it's not a bad thing. These the games become a big part of our lives when we do these kind of things. In much the same way that any television series becomes a big part of your life when you watch it and you really enjoy it. You get emotionally invested in the characters, much as we get emotionally invested in playing our games. It's all good. It's what we're supposed to do. And then we build communities and we kind of find each other online. We find people that like similar things and think similar ways. It's an amazing thing. Did I watch Sex Education on Netflix back in the day? I started to, but I think I got to like season 1 and then I didn't finish it. So I need to go back and finish it. So I've got a bunch of these. This is me all over. Project started, project not finished. So yeah, I thought it was good. I was particularly found Gillian Anderson's character to be interesting in it. Yeah, kind of interesting, overstepping parent. Interesting, yes. But there we go. Bit like Leonard's mother in The Big Bang Theory. No spoilers, but it gets better. Okay, well, thank you for that, Geordie. Like I said, I do need to go back and finish watching that. Much as the same way that I need to go back and finish watching Stranger Things, because I watched season 1 and part of season 2 of that, and I never really kind of got beyond that because I just got distracted. So. But I do watch. I watch a lot of the courtroom stuff on YouTube. Actually, a lot of people call LawTube now. And some of it's absolutely hilarious. The stupid arguments people can come up with that they think are, oh well, this is the most clever legal argument I can imagine. It's like, yeah, no, it really isn't. It really isn't. Do I watch Caught in Providence? I have done. That's not one of my mainstays. True crime stuff. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's the courtroom. So there's Code Blue Cam. Law Talk with Mike is one of the ones I watch quite a lot. He's absolutely hilarious. He's based in Chicago. And there's a bunch of others that I watch as well. That judge is phenomenal. Yes, I do love the judge on Court in Providence. He is just such a sweetheart. And then you've got, like I said, on some of the other ones, you've got people like Judge Simpson, Judge Middleton, Judge Webster. There are just some awesome judges, and their characters come through in spades on these things. And some of it's really heavy stuff, and the judges are kind of there and just dealing with it, and then you see them in the next thing and it's something that's a bit silly and they're laughing, and it's just lovely to see that the pressures of kind of what goes on in life doesn't just make them completely lose faith in humanity. Because Court Cam 2, yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of interesting content out there. It just makes me wish that there was a little bit more transparency in the UK to be able to see kind of like closer to home what's going on in our legal system. So you could see some of the silliness and some of the things that are perhaps a little bit I don't think I agree with that. So that's one thing I do think where kind of the US have got it right in terms of the public access to see what's going on and having it streamed so that it's available. Yeah. Not every court does it, but a lot of them do, and I think they've had a lot of success with that. I think they've got a lot of things going on there. And I don't just mean things like the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial or the Rust trial and stuff like that, but just normal everyday stuff. People that are kind of suing their partners for access to their kids and stuff like that. It shows transparency. Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, if you've got nothing to hide, you've got nothing to hide. That's how I look at it, really. But we're going to go to... I think we're going to have to go to one of the stop ones. We came over that lane. Hey, stop. Or stop, hey. Just because I didn't really want to argue with that truck next to us. Okay. Another successfully negotiated toll booth. Time for a drink. It's better. That's so. D. What else do I tend to watch on YouTube? That tends to be a lot of it. I mean, I watch other streaming things. So I've got I've got my Paramount Plus, which is absolutely essential for Star Trek. So tomorrow will be the new episode of Lower Decks. So episode 4 of season 5, is it? Yeah, the final season of Star Trek Lower Decks. So I would not want to be without that. Netflix is built into my Sky subscription. So I've got Netflix. Although I don't watch that as constantly. But yeah, it tends to be some of these like journalistic channels that are around the Lore Tube-ish type of community. They've been talking about, if anyone's familiar with, there's been a case between a person called Laura Owens and another person called Clayton Eckert, who used to be on The Bachelor. That's been interesting because the way that the attorney on one side has been behaving has been very, very interesting. Then there's kind of corrupt judges in Florida and stuff like that who are, or potentially corrupt judges in Florida that have been acting weird and doing things as though they are God on Earth, as it were. So yeah, so it's in all sorts of interesting stuff. I do watch a driving instructor channel, Geordie, because again, I always think if I can learn something from that. So it's not a typical dash cam channel where you're just kind of pointing and laughing at idiots, and the idiot is usually the one behind the dash cam, because they kind of make the situation out of nothing. But he actually is a driving instructor up in Liverpool, and he does a lot of educational content of, okay, so this is a viral trending clip of a piece of dash cam footage or something from a cyclist or something like that, and he talks about, okay, so what could everybody have done differently, not just one party but everybody. And I kind of like that, and I've actually learned a lot, and it's changed the way I drive quite a bit, just by watching that channel. So I put a lot of stock in that. Did I watch the Jodi Arias trial a few years back? No, I didn't do, I have to say. Is Wilson having a nice chill evening tonight? He is indeed. I don't think I heard early evening. We did have him barking around. I closed the door and he seems to have been fine since, and he is over there. Let me just adjust the camera if I can. Is that better? There we go. There he is. So he's chilling out on his bed like a good little puppy dog. Where's the button? Okay, yeah, we do want this way. Okay. Yeah, he is nice and settled. He's a good boy, actually. And one of the reasons he's a good boy is when I finish streaming, and when we kind of say our thank yous and goodbyes in a little while, he gets a little reward for being good and being quiet. So he's quite happy to chill out. He's in here with me, so he's got his company, and then we go upstairs and he gets to kind of nuzzle into my legs and chill out on the bed whilst I read before I go to bed and sleep. So he's got his little routine. He's a happy little camper most of the time. That was an interesting... I was looking at some of the achievements on ETS2 earlier, and one of the ones that kind of interested me quite a bit actually was the camping one. So you go, yeah, going camping, and it's okay. So you've got to deliver the ore to somewhere, then you've got to deliver aluminium ingots. So it's almost like an entire crafting thing. It's just, yeah. Just that kind of attention to detail, I suppose, when you get into achievements and doing things like that, just really resonates with me, because it's not just the simple dimple stuff. Do you love the devs? Yeah, that kind of creativity and that kind of focus and yeah, okay. So you got a whole logistics chain. Brilliant.
All hands brace for impact.
So away. Do. In some ways, I've actually looked at things in a way to kind of, maybe I should be applying to some of these places like Giants or somewhere, because I could easily do testing on some of this stuff. I mean, the things I find, like with Global Farmer, I found stuff before they even released it and kind of put suggestions in that. And now there's a big update coming for, it's now in the experimental branch, big update coming for Global Farmer. I saw put in the Discord, looks like today. So they're calling it update 1 by the looks of it, and it's fields and weather. Fields and weather. So they've got an update to the weather system, and they're doing the editing fields, so you can edit the fields during the gameplay, not just in the map editor. And that was a suggestion a number of people put in, and I was one of them. And I put it in before release date to say, hey, it would be really cool if we could do this. And they looked and thought, why didn't we think of this? And that was the response they came back to me. We love this idea. Why didn't we think of this? We've already got the functionality. And so just, again, when the devs listen to the community of people that are playing the game and want to interact in meaningful ways to make the game true to their vision, but also work in line with what the kind of folks are thinking about the game and stuff like that. I appreciate that greatly. So, what is the all hands brace for impact sound alert for? That is for the adverts on Twitch. So that usually goes about a minute and a half before the adverts on Twitch go. So that's what that's for, Geordie. It's mostly for me, so that it was originally for me to try and avoid doing anything funny or interesting during an advert break. Hasn't really worked out like that, but that's what that means. So that actually comes from the Tebby 24, one of the Tebby 24s, when we were having trouble with the Minecraft server and it kept going down. And so I said, all hands brace for impact. Just as we lost the server. Oh, he's indicating. Okay, thank you very kindly. Or they are indicating, I should say, really. Don't know who was driving. Couldn't see. Don't really care. So we are Marseille. I'm sure I've been to Marseille before. Have a little look at that. Have we been to Marseille before? Yes, I have been to Marseille before. Yeah, we've been and delivered something over there. Perfect. Oh, look. Got a little photo point and a video point. Oh, interesting. See if we can do something about those. But you're always funny and interesting, says Judy. Not always, not always. I would not have been on Monday, which is why I didn't stream. Because I was just way too tired for anything. Which is why I try to kind of know myself enough to know when I'm going to be good or not. It's not patronising, it's the truth. Okay. I didn't take it as patronising. I just try to be me. I try to be authentically fad on the stream. I don't try to put on a particular persona. Because that's just too exhausting. But you are on, and obviously you stream as well, Geordie, so you know this. You are on when you're streaming, so that means you are paying attention to the chat. You're trying to be entertaining as much as you can, but you're trying to play the game. So there's a lot of energy involved in it, and if you're tired, it is very difficult. It's also very fun. So Geordie's the same kind of more on stream as you are off stream, and that is, I mean, if people like Wolfman and Serenar were in the chat, I mean, Serenar's out there. Fam, I didn't see you. Sorry, I didn't see you pop in. Hello, Fam. Just seeing that the chat came in before Geordie asked about the brace for impact. Yep. No. Hello, Fam. How are you today? I hope you are very well. So, but yes. Look what the cat dragged in. Well, yeah. But, yeah, no, going back to that particular topic of conversation, I think if you add being falsely in a different persona and acting to what you do on stream, then I think it adds something that I would find inauthentic, and if I detected it, I would not want to watch that streamer. Because anything that feels fake just doesn't work for me personally, unless obviously it's something, i.e. you're acting a TV drama. But when you're streaming a live stream, no, just be you. That's the best thing I think you can be. But yeah, if Wolfman and Serena were in the chat, then they would probably turn around and say, "Yeah, having met me in real life, I go, yeah, Fad's the same. Fad is Fad." So okay, so we're now going to be entering the port. Oh, the photos are up there. Okay, so we're not going to get the photo opportunity by the looks of it. We might get the. We might be driving past the video thing. We've just driven past another road sign that survived. Well done, road sign. You are promoted to the realm of not being destroyed. There's the old. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. So let's go. We'll go get our road sign souvenir, says Jordy. Oh, yeah. We're going to get our little thingy bobber here. I don't think I've done this. What? For Marseille. I don't think I actually, when I went to Marseille last time, I wasn't getting on a ferry. Oh, it's a port. Yes, I know. Look at it. It's a port, and because I haven't seen enough of those in my lifetime. So, although most of them were, a lot of them were container ports, so it's just going, okay, yeah, a bunch of containers, fantastic, super smashing, great. Nothing like being docked in Sydney and looking, oh yeah, look, it's the Sydney Opera House. Oh, look, it's the Harbour Bridge. Now that's a port. Circular Quay. That gets PTSD from ports on ETS. No, not at all. There you go, there's the container port. I told you. Oh dear. Such fun. Such fun. So we'll head on over to Corsica. Now we've done that, we might as well get the video postcard whilst we can. Who knows when we'll be passing this way again? Probably on the way back, but can't always guarantee such things. There we go. So we want to go to Porto Vecchio. Could have gone to Barcelona. Oh, nice. Did you notice that Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Newcastle Tyne Bridge look nearly identical? I hadn't noticed that particularly, Geordie. I have to admit. It took me full beams on. There we go, that's going. Okay. That's why my high beams are on, because it's night time, which is not the right time for mess-arsing around when you're trying to find your way out of a port. Did I add light bars to my truck? Yes, I did. I don't know if I have them on. There we go. Yeah, so I have light bars, but I don't. I've got lights on the top. I don't know how to turn them on. There we go. F4, then 3. Oh, adjust lights. Okay. Add. Oh. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. So does that go with the high beams? Let's just. Let's just stop for a second. If I turn the high beams off. Yes, okay, they go with the high beams now. There we go. So we got the low level, we got... Oh. Quite a mean machine, that. There we go. Perfect. That helps us. As I do find sometimes navigating in the dark to be a pain in the backside. Quite menacing. It's a perfectly beautiful truck. It's happy and friendly and all that stuff. At least we've... So thanks for that, Jody. That helped me out. Oh, this is where we're delivering to as well. Nice. I knew it was going to be close, but didn't realise it was going to be in the port itself, pretty much. Should we'll try the reversing one, see if we get a decent one or not. See if they're going to stitch me up again. Looks like we might be alright. We're only just next to that one trailer. And I said I'd absolutely give that a go. So we are absolutely going to give that a go. When it's delicate and it's in between two trailers, it's a lot less space to mess around with. Okay, I'm not gonna get where I want to get with that. What am I gonna do? No, not that way. Wrong way. Wrong way, Fad. Try it again. Go the other way. Turn the wheel, turn the wheel, turn the wheel. Still the wrong way. Hit I on the keyboard, it changes the HUD. Okay. What's that? You know. Okay. So where I want to get to is in that corner. So I want to... Let's go slightly differently. That's better. That's what I wanted to do. Sorry, you elbow typed. Okay. Not a problem. Elbow typing is acceptable. I have to say, there's a lot of this that I find to be similar to how you would maneuver a lifeboat, because you're thinking steps and steps ahead in terms of the maneuver, and I'm not getting it right, but you're. I mean, 'cause that was, and I'm sure I've told this story before. That was the story of when I did my lifeboat training, and I had to do the man overboard maneuver, which is where you have to retrieve a ring from the water by maneuvering the lifeboat, so that people can get within range of it. And I was just out on the first go, which was there we go. Yeah, I got it. I was determined to get it, so thank you. Wasn't quite straight, but hey, not quite straight is where we live. Oops, did I say that? So there we go. So that's perfect. So we have delivered our Halloween treats to Corsica. We're now probably 1, maybe 2 trips shy of level 20, which is good. We're making some good progress here. It's another long stream again tonight, so one job you think, Jolly? Yeah, absolutely. So we've got some not discovered these cities, but I've got why is it not showing some of the photo trophies I do have? What are the trucks gallery? I'm sure I've got images. Use photo mode to capture images to your gallery. I do have some. Maybe they're in the other truck. So we were going to have a look. I was going to have a look at the truck manager just to see. So we've now done. We did 15,267 miles an hour classic. We've now done 4,000, so we're going to be catching up very quickly. Particularly if we do these long hauls. So yeah, happy with that. So I think we've made some good progress today. So we're going to have a little looky-loo to see what we've got going on. So I'm going to go to the outro screen.
Dad said he would start OnlyFans if
And-
we were ask enough.
And yeah, so how much is left on the loan? Oh, sorry. The loan, let me just have a little look. There's only days left on the loan.
It's not going to help us. The crushing block.
Where am I looking? So the first loan, we've got another 8 days. So we're day 27 to 35 on one, we're day 19 to 35 on another. So in total, we still owe £60,000. So that's what we've got left on the loan. So there we go. Okay. So thank you to Geordie, Bam, Josh, Katie Lee was in the chat earlier. Quizzy, obviously, as always. And just going to scroll back through again. Anybody else that I can see? Katie Lee was here earlier.
I love this.
So yeah, thank you everyone for keeping me company in the chat. It's always appreciated. Pay the first one off when you get a chance. Okay. Thanks, Judy. I saw there was some benefit, but it seemed like it would maybe like a couple of £100 worth of benefit to pay it off early. So, yeah. Okay.
So slow this track.
Take care, Quizzy. We're going to have a little look for those of you on Twitch. We're going to have a little look to see who we have to raid. I can see. Looks like Badger's playing. We raided Brew yesterday. He's on Farm Sim, but Badger's on Planet Coaster 2. So we'll head on over to Badger and see what's going on.
Brain pain is no bueno,
So,
indeed.
yeah, so do enjoy and have a great rest of your evening, a great rest of your day, whatever you're doing. Do look after yourselves, and I'll be back again tomorrow. I think it'll be Stardew Valley tomorrow is the plan. And then we'll try and do a vote for what we do on Friday. So, yeah, take care, everybody, and let's initiate the raid. I always do that. I talk about the raid and then don't press the button until I've almost said goodbye. So yeah, so we're going to initiate the raid now. Take care, everybody. Look after yourselves, and goodbye for now.